and welcome to episode 11 of my Need for Speed Carbon Let's Play, and where, after completing 2 rows of the challenge series, we are now going to move on to row number 3, and where this time we are doing a triad of checkpoint races, as we are heading over to Escuri Plaza, along with Rabinowitz Drive and Blackwell Road, as the machines we'll be using will be the Renault Clio V6, the Plymouth Hemi Cuda. I'm pretty sure this is a Plymouth Barracuda, by the way. Do apologise if I said any misnomers. It's basically a Plymouth Barracuda. And the Porsche 911 GT3 RS on Blackwell Road. So we begin with this. Complete the Escuri Plaza checkpoint challenge in under 3 minutes 44 seconds to win. 5.6 miles, driving a V6 Renault Clio. So let's do it to it. Also, if you are enjoying this content and you want to see more, then please feel free to consider liking and subscribing, as it does help me out a lot. And boy, does this thing look interesting. And just like that, I managed to nail it with the launch. As I am already off to a flying start, and I almost embarrassed myself by nearly going into the median. So let's see how we go from here, as I am almost hitting 170, 169 at the end of the straightaway. So I think we had a good start, especially considering this car technically is a midship. Although I imagine I'm probably going to get plenty of time to finish this because, well, it's the easy challenge. So we'll see how we go from here. I think we should be okay from what I can see. Had to brake hard there for that sharp left-hander. But anyway. We're running well, at least for now, which is exactly what we need to be doing. Got plenty of time to get to the finish, as I've now got another 43 seconds added to the clock. Got a little bit of oversteer there through the corner, but able to correct the slide. I have not been using the speed breaker to correct any mistakes up to this point, because I have not needed to. Shortcut could have been useful, but I don't think we really need to worry about that for now. So we've now surpassed 4 checkpoints. I don't think there's any shortcuts here, so I think we should be good to go at this point. I should have taken that shortcut, wherever it was. Anyway, so we're now onto the underpass and heading under these bridges. Step on the brakes a little bit, and there we go. We win the easy challenge, and as a result we've now unlocked the silver challenge. So these are my stats in the end, with an average speed of 113 And my total time in the end was 2 minutes 57.7. These were my checkpoint splits. And now, let's move on to the silver challenge. I also leave it until after I am done with these events to save the game. So, easy peasy, no deasy, and now we are on to Rabino Wits Drive in the Plymouth Barracuda. Complete the Rabino Wits Drive checkpoint challenge in under 3 minutes 2 seconds to win. That I will attempt to do. Yep, this is definitely a Plymouth Barracuda if I've ever seen one. Not quite the start I wanted, but whatever. And yep, this thing is quick. As I go for a bit of a slide there, but see if we can make the checkpoint. Already proving to be slightly harder than the previous one, but I do get a shitload of time to help me get to the next checkpoint. Yep, this thing is definitely a muscle car in just about every way. The oversteer is definitely proving a majority of that, is what me thinks. Even though this thing is also rear-wheel drive, so you probably would expect that sort of thing to happen. Just so you know. Okay. Had to ease off to get through there. I'm a little bit pressed for time, but I think I should be able to make it as long as I don't crash too much. I think I should be okay, as long as my car doesn't get completely wrecked. Okay. Still moving along nicely. I kind of had no choice there because my car was pointing in that direction, but helped me out by gaining a few seconds. So, suffice to say, a slide from the CUDA actually managed to help me gain a few seconds, which will be critical by the time we get to this next checkpoint, is what me thinks, as I continue to slide into the wall. Okay. I don't think we have much further to go to get to our final checkpoint, so I'm going to try and be careful through here, as I am flying in midair once again, hitting over 150 in this thing for a split second, and yep, I am going to do this easily. I don't think there was really any question in knowing whether or not I was going to make it after I got that checkpoint from before. So my top speed in the end was 178 and an average of 112, with a total time in the end of 2 minutes 48.8. And that's how much time I had with each sector split, but then the final sector split, well, I had 13 seconds left. Cool and good. So that's now 2 of our checkpoint challenges down, and now we get on to our third one, on Blackwell Road. complete the Blackwell Road Challenge in under 3 minutes 21 to win. And if we win this, we will unlock the Venom spoiler. I think that's pretty much enough said. Even though I should mention the Venom spoiler has no relation to the Marvel villain Venom. Yep. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Okay, maybe we should use the nitrous for this. I think it's fair to say I was clearly too slow on that first run. And I think I might have been too slow in terms of the time I gained from when I passed that first sector split. Okay. That's a bit more time than what I had before. But the only question I have now is, can I at least make it to the second checkpoint split this time? If that's a possible question mark. Even though I still get caught out by the water barrels and the pillars. Come on, make it, 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 make it. Please make it. Okay, we made it. Just. You deceived me. I should have taken that shortcut. Yeah, if you think you can take a shortcut that might be very useful, then basically you need to take that fucking shortcut. The way I see things. I knew that was going to happen. I also think I'm going to come up short again. Unless I somehow get lucky. And as in that instance I did get lucky. Although it still doesn't feel like an adequate run, the way things are looking. But I don't know. Somehow I get a feeling I might not make it again. Something is just telling me I might not make it. Although it probably shouldn't matter now because I've cleared the main checkpoints now. And I just need to make sure I limit my mistakes. Then I should be fine. That was a beautiful entry through that corner. Honestly, best entry I think I have ever had. Into a corner with a car this powerful. Is what he thinks. Anyway, boosting my way to the line. And I think my top speed in the end was 177. But I will say one thing. That was not easy. But I did manage to clear it eventually with 5 seconds to spare. Top speed of 178 and an average of 105, with a total time of 3 minutes 15.2. And those were my checkpoint sector splits. And somehow, some way, I managed to get through the gold checkpoint challenge race on my first attempt. Now we will save the game. And so, that's now the third row of the challenge series now complete, as we did all 3 of our checkpoint challenges. And next up will be the canyon checkpoint challenges. So, in terms of our reward cards, I don't think we've added any further ones. No, we haven't. And in terms of our updated stats, we are now 25% complete. And in total, we have now won 32 races, to add on to the 29 we had before. And here's all my other stats. And the tracks I've already unlocked up to this point of the game is 63. But anyway, I think that will do it for episode 11 of Need for Speed Carbon. If you enjoyed this video and are still watching at this point, be sure to give it the old thumbs up like. And if you really want to help a guy out, then please consider subscribing to the channel, as it gives me more reason to keep doing this. And maybe leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, if you feel inclined enough to do so. And we will see you again for more Need for Speed Carbon challenges. Thank you.